Hi, I'm Paul from Velo Works and it's new tyre day. I'm going to take you through some of the products I use on my vintage road bike, including a nice refresh of the tyres and a couple of little other products I use at the front end of the bike. So for a number of years I've been using the Vittoria Corsa Control tyres. These are wonderful tyres. I believe these are going to be my third set. So this video is not about an upgrade, it's just time for me to replace these. I usually do it every year to kind of 18 months just to keep on top of it. They're great tyres. The durability is not as much as some other tyres, but they've got loads of other great qualities, which is why I really like them. They are great really in any condition. I started using them in Scotland, in rural Scotland, where there was a lot of kind of debris in the middle of the road, where if you're riding along, you'd kind of feel the back end kind of jut out. Whereas because of the tread pattern on this, they really grip if the bike wants to give way. I don't think I've ever really slipped out on these tyres, and I just absolutely love them. They're cotton casing for endless grip and maximum comfort. So the setup I use on my vintage bike is, as mentioned, the Corsa Control, Vittoria Corsa Control in tanned. I do like the tanned on the kind of vintage bikes. I think they look really nice, or on darker coloured bikes. I use the DT Swiss PR 1400, as some of you may know from a previous video. I absolutely love these wheels. They're covered in a ceramic coating, which means that the braking surface doesn't fade, or the braking performance doesn't fade in the wet. So I absolutely love them. They're a 32mm deep rim, so they're semi-aerodynamic. I mean, it's a vintage bike, you know, let's chill out a little bit, but I do feel the difference with them, and I just really like, love them. I had them for about 2 years. They've got the RR511 rim profile and the 240 hubs. I have DT Swiss tubeless rim tape, doubled over, as I don't have these tubeless, so I just give it an extra bit of strength, and latex, Vittoria latex inner tubes. So combined with the cotton casing, really supple tyres, and the latex inner tubes, and the steel frame for the forgiveness of the steel, this bike is so comfortable to ride and just loves bumps. So time to take the old tyre off. So getting the new tyre on, I reckon everyone can sympathise when you get to this point with a tyre and you're like, oh, how does it go on? Maybe the spoons come out. Whew, that's a bit desperate. You know, tyre levers. Oh. Now, it can be difficult to get a tyre on, especially when a combination is quite tough. You can see here that actually there's not much give at all. So what you have to do, I've started by putting in one side of the tyre. So I've just got one side of the tyre to get in. And you just need to move the bead into the middle, so into the kind of groove of the rim, and just slowly get slack out of the tyre as much as possible. Here we go. So you could almost think I'm not going to get this on. But a bit more of this. It does help if you have the valve hole near opposite, or kind of the other side of where the stubborn part is. Push the valve hole up. Just keep on keeping on. So I do this quite a lot. So my hands, I definitely have got stronger since being a bike mechanic. But there, lovely. In, just time for some air. So there we go, a beautiful new tyre. Now the manufacturer's recommendation of PSI is 100 to 145. I go for the 100 and I seem to really like that. And yeah, I can't say how wonderful these tyres are. I think this will be going well into my third year having them. One of the most important things though with any tyre, so this wheel is going to be on this side of the bike. Ooh, and you've got to line up the logos. There's a few logos to choose from, but I sometimes like just to get it near the end of the kind of main logo, and that looks nice, ready for a ride later. As well as nice new tyres and giving you a bit of an insight into Vittoria's road tyres, or like a little tiny insight. It's definitely worth going on their website and having a look at their tyres. They do them across the board and they're really nice. But on the front of my bike, it's a little bit jazzy, a little bit colourful. So I'll explain a little bit about what I've got going on. I've got some nice Camel bar tape. I've got this on a few of my bikes. Well, actually, I think all my bikes match now. Underneath this bottom part, I've got some gel inserts just to relieve the pressure, as the bars are quite thin. I really like this. I haven't taken it for a test ride, but I've got them on my other bike. They do a finish that's kind of grippy like this, or a kind of smooth finish, which I've got on my Brompton. Really, really like that. But more importantly, this bag. I needed a bag more than a saddle bag to chuck a coat on, food. It was a lot for winter, but just making sure that I've got enough with me for those kind of longer rides. I researched and found this company called Camel, which are a Scottish company. I believe their bags are made in Scotland. They come in lots of different colours. I've gone for this kind of retro colour, which I felt as though suited the bike, and I just liked it. I saw it on their website, and I absolutely love the bags. It just has 2 straps up here. I have to be honest, I have replaced them with re-strap straps. I just preferred the re-strap straps. They're a bit more grippier. The buckles are a bit smaller than what came with it, but the other straps are perfectly fine. And you can put them in multiple points to fix them to the handlebars. There's 5 loops along there. You have loops on the front if you want to clip anything or attach anything onto the front. And you've got this nice bit here, which definitely you could put a small raincoat in there for the winter. It's not a waterproof bag, which I don't mind at all, because I'd rather a bag wasn't waterproof than said it was waterproof and it's not waterproof. So yeah, dry bags have their place, but what I use is, if I need anything to be waterproof inside, I just use a dry bag. We've got a little pocket there. And then inside, what I do is I keep tubes, tools, CO2 canisters, and a pump. And what I do with this bag is I just move it from my road bike to my touring bike, because this bike takes 25mm tyres, my touring bike takes 28, and these are 25 and 28 tubes, so I can easily swap. So all I know all the time is I've got the spares I need. I've got some chain links. I haven't got my touring set up, so I'll take a lot more stuff on my touring bike, but if I was going out for multiple days. But if I'm going out just for a day ride on my touring bike, or I'm going out on my road bike, this carries everything I need. You can also put snacks in it, and it just, I don't know, may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I was so happy with it. I've had it for ages, and I really would recommend giving them a shout. They do loads of different bags. I'm sure they're a growing company, and I have seen lots of products on their website that have come up. They're British, so what's not to like? Now it's time to put the front wheel on, rear wheel, and I'll go for a ride. I won't bore you about that part of the process, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tiny little insight into Vittoria tyres, Camel chops, and some nice Camel bar tape. All of this is stuff that I just absolutely love fiddling with, and just making the bike just that little bit better, so I enjoy riding it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.